It is said that the second time is a charm. I have done this recording 3 times only to find out that my Bluetooth was preventing me from hearing what was recorded. So, hello, my name is Phyllis Lingard. I am an aromatherapist. I am a CEO and founder of Esther's Natural Beauty Products, which is a company that creates natural products for both men and women. I am also an aromatherapist. I love putting different scents together, oils together to help create an impact on our bodies. Our bodies and our skin, especially, is under attack on a daily basis from the outside atmospheric conditions and from the various viruses that are traveling around. We have so many things that are coming against us in this season. So, before I get started, I want to make this declaration that the statements are informational and that these products have not been approved by the FDA. They are not intended to cure, treat, heal, diagnose any illness or disease. And as always, you should always speak with your physician prior to trying anything new. Also, always take an allergy test, know what things you may or may not be allergic to. Now, with that said, I just want to begin by talking about our respiratory system. We hear it on TV all the time. I think that the media is just attempts to keep us in a spirit of fear, and we don't have to be fearful, but what we do have to do is we have to be diligent. We have to be diligent about our health. We have to be diligent about our environment. We have to be diligent about what we put in our temples. We have a system in our body that can fight anything if it is impacted correctly, if it is taken care of as it should be, as it was created to be. We want to talk about our lungs that are vitally important, because if the lungs are impacted, that's it. It's over with. We have all kinds of other issues that stem from our lungs being impacted: asthmas, allergies, cancer, pneumonia, bronchitis. All of those things are in our respiratory system. So it really behooves us to take care of and find out what we need to do to take care of our respiratory systems. One of the things that we can do is the foods that we eat. We're being more mindful of the types of foods that we're putting in our systems on a daily basis. Fast food is the worst. Eating out is not well either. I'm not saying to all of a sudden stop, but really greatly decrease those areas that we find ourselves in. And yes, sometimes we could be tired, don't feel like cooking, so we want to call for some pizza, stop by a McDonald's or Burger King and all those fast food stuff and eat that. But we don't realize what we're putting in our body when we're doing that on a constant basis. They don't provide any nutritional value for our bodies. What we should have is diets loaded with fruits and vegetables that are high in antioxidants, and high protein foods like milk. Plant-based milk is actually what I prefer myself to drink, and fish, eggs, meat, and soy. Trying to increase that into our weekly intake of items, as opposed to the fast food and restaurants. Exercising, of course, that's the one thing that I got real slack on. At one point, I was going to the gym at least 4 times a week, and I got really lazy with the pandemic. And I'm not blaming everything on the pandemic. I know we have a tendency to do that, but it's discipline. Just being able to exercise, be it walking, be it doing some stuff in our houses. We have exercise programs on our phones. We have exercise programs on our TV. Just to start doing something on a regular basis, that helps to strengthen our immune system as well. Now, with all the things that are happening, 9 times out of 10, if you're like me, I just began to just do so much that I neglected my system. I neglected my immune system. I am a person that needed to have an increased immune system because my spleen was removed, and that greatly impacts your immune system. And I've been very diligent on making sure that I'm putting the right products and things in my body. It is why I got involved with natural remedies and why I got involved with aromatherapy, so that I could continue to do what was best for my body. However, I allowed myself to be distracted. I allowed myself to fall into different situations that greatly impacted my body, and I began to suffer because of that. Mainly, my sinuses became inflamed. It's just crazy stuff with the weather. So I learned that I need to always stay on top of what I'm supposed to be doing with my body. And there's certain things that I need to do, certain places I don't need to go. And I just need to be aware of things. One of the biggest things is that we're not out of this thing. When we go places, I mask up. And I try not to go into places that don't have circulation, especially now in the wintertime where we're all inside. Everybody's breathing everybody's air. You don't know if people are healthy or not. So I put on a mask, or I don't go into places. I won't go back into places that have no ventilation or that are crowded, because we're in this place. I don't go into elevators without a mask on. I don't go into grocery stores without a mask on, because there is no real circulation in those areas, and you have a multitude of people in there. And it's not being paranoid. It is taking care of this temple. It is desiring to live an abundant life that I look at doing these things. And in addition, as an aromatherapist, I then created a couple of things that I want to share tonight. I'm going to talk about respiratory health and immune health. And the first thing I want to talk about is what I've created was elderberry syrup. Now, everybody talks about elderberry. Everybody has different ways of doing elderberry syrup, and that is fine. I make my elderberry syrup. I'm always adding other things in it. So I use elderberry, I use turmeric, I use ginger root, I use garlic, and then of course I use raw honey. And I make this syrup, and this syrup is in a 6-ounce jar, and it sells for $15. Elderberry syrup. This is good for your immune health. It is good for circulation. It deals with our digestive system. It keeps our guts healthy. A lot of things can be attributed to poor gut health. So elderberry syrup can really help in that area. As a matter of fact, I usually do a teaspoon of elderberry syrup a day. And this is what it looks like. It's nice, it's thick, and it has a decent taste to it. Elderberry has a nice taste to it. So I do that in the morning hours. I just, and I keep it in the refrigerator. The other thing that I created, which I really liked, as well as the elderberry syrup, I kind of like this better because I worked with a lot of black seed. Black seed oil does phenomenal things according to research. It boosts your immune system. It detoxifies. It's rich in vitamins and minerals. It helps ease costs, promote circulation. It can address issues with diabetes. It can address issues with your hair, your skin. So it has a multitude of uses. I heard somebody say that elderberry does everything but cure death. I don't know about that, but that was like a catchy statement going on. And with the elderberry syrup, the way when I make it, you see, it's like this, like caramel, right? Just running down like that. Well, I found that you can take it drinking black seed oil. You got to be a master, because that's some strong stuff. That remind me of castor oil. Oh my goodness! But I tried it for a while, but I couldn't hang out with just drinking straight black seed oil. And of course, yeah, they have the capsules, but do you know when you take a capsule, when it goes to your digestive system, they attack those capsules. So the capsules that you take, the fullness is never reached in your body because your digestive system just tears it up. But anything that's liquid like this, it goes straight in. So I can take this, I can take the elderberry syrup, and I take like a teaspoon of that per day. And I use that. Or the other thing that I can do with this is I can take that same teaspoon of elderberry syrup and I can put it in a glass of warm water. Now, I'm not a tea drinker at all. When I was little, I was sick a lot, and I had to drink tea, broth, and Jello. So guess what? The three things that I don't really like tea broth and jello. But it has its fragrance. So I wanted to try that. And as I was talking to a friend of mine, we were talking. He's an herbalist, so we often share recipes and things like that. So I just wanted to do I try it in the water, and it comes out. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I don't want to spill it. But let me do it this way. It comes out like this. There's a nice little yellowish color. You don't have to add any sugar or anything because honey is a natural sweetener. And you can sip this like you're sipping tea. So you can take it like that if you desire to put it in water and drink it like a tea. You'll have something warm and soothing and potent going into your system. So those are the things that I wanted to talk about tonight, just to introduce that. And again, that's a 6-ounce jar. And that 6-ounce jar, again, is $15. They will be on my website shortly, which is EstersNXTLevel.com. They're not up there now. Up there now is the men and products and some things about the women, but these things will be on there within the next 48 hours, along with some other products that I created. I'm not going to share too much about them tonight because that's going to be another video. That video is going to be on inflammation, because I found through my classes and through myself, a lot of things I just walked through myself. But I found that inflammation is behind a lot of things. And you know what sparks inflammation? See if you can guess. Starts with an S and ends with an R. And it's more addictive than cocaine. You get it yet? Sugar. Sugar hides behind at least 60 different names. Some of them we don't even know how to pronounce, but it's intentionally put in our foods so that we become addicted to it. We just gotta have sugar. So I'll talk about that when I talk about the inflammation piece of it. But don't worry, it's not that you're gonna get delivered from sugar overnight. That doesn't happen that way. But there are things that you can cause to do an about face with when you start understanding the impact of it on your body and inflammation. But that's for the next video. Tonight, it's the elderberry syrup. This stuff is really good. I've gotten nothing but good reports out of it. And I'm asking people to do reviews for me. And the black seed honey, this is the one that I believe that people really, really like. So both of those are $15. How can you purchase? You can use my Cash App, which is $Esther Beauty, Esther, ESTHER Beauty. And that would be $15 plus $5 for shipping. So if you use that Cash App, and within 2 days, 3 days with the postal service, you receive your jar of either the black seed honey or the elderberry syrup. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. You're going to you start to know your body when you start putting nutritional things in, natural things in. God left everything in this earth realm for our health and wellness. We just have to know how to use them. I remember grandmother, something would happen, we'd get sick. Oh, go out there and just pull up some kind of root or whatever and boil it. And, it tasted nasty, but it worked. So, getting back to nature and what God has placed in the earth is vitally important. I think it really will help us to live optimum lives. So that's what I have for tonight. Again, my name is Phyllis Lingard. I am your aromatherapist. I am also a health coach. I will be doing more things. I'll be doing some recipes, showing you some different recipes on my YouTube channel. This will be placed from YouTube to you so that you can follow. Please click subscribe when you go to my station. I'm really just starting to build that up, and I want to build up a lot more so that I can do a lot of things on that YouTube channel. So until the next time, be safe, be healthy, and know that I desire that you would prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Good night and take care.